Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Today's episode, I am just trying to figure out how to proceed with the epichlorohydrin. And yeah, it's one of the more difficult things to get, and one of the reasons is there's so many different ways to go about getting it. So I can do like glycerol and hydrochloric acid, or allyl chloride cell with hypochlorous acid and sodium hydroxide. There's so many different things. But I think I may be going for this recipe in the large chemical reactor, so I'm going to have to go ahead and craft one of those. Unfortunately, it does lose chlorine, which I don't have a ton of. I did mine up that entire salt vein, so I mean I do have quite a lot of chlorine in ores. I just haven't got around to processing yet. Because I also use that for my titanium production. So I'm thinking, yeah, with my epichlorohydrin, I think I'm going to do a large chemical reactor. This recipe uses less chlorine, but it uses hypochlorous acid, so I'd have to craft that as well on top of the other stuff I need to craft up here. So I think I'm going to do this one. This is water, chlorine, sodium hydroxide, and propene. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is get propene, and obviously there's 20 different ways to do that for all the different fluids here. I think going through everything, the easiest or the best way to do it is, I can find it in here anywhere, moderately cracked, oh my goodness, where is it? Moderately, no, that's not it. Naphtha, moderately steam cracked is what I'm looking for. So many different variations. Moderately steam cracked naphtha, there it is. That took way too long to find. So if we go through the different byproducts, there's propene. So you do 500 and you get 200, or about 40%, I think it is. But I am actually already producing severely steam cracked naphtha, if I can find it. Here we go. And that gives a 30%. So it's close, not exactly the same, but the question is, do I want to set up two distilleries here to get a little bit better production, or do I just want to use the severely steam cracked naphtha for 10% less? I think I'm probably just going to end up using this naphtha as well. To get the propene. But before I get into that, I actually want to craft up an elevator. I've been meaning to do this for quite a while, and it's actually pretty easy. Just aluminum frame, ender pearl, and some steel. So I need... let's go ahead and get these. So what did I say? I needed 4. I think you need 2 of these, right? And then right here, need 10 plates. And I think I have everything else. Throw those in there. Yep. So elevators, pretty easy. I guess we'll just kind of do it right here. And then shift bar to go up, no, space bar to go up, shift to go down. So easy enough. And I'm actually going to break this ladder, otherwise I'll keep using it. Because I forget that's in the floor. I should dye this, actually. There's different colors. I have to use a chemical bath for that. Maybe another time. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. Now, let me go ahead and get the rest of the stuff crafted up here. I think I got my... Nope, there is my machine hull. What else do I need for this distillery? A stainless steel fluid pipe. I still don't have my extruder set up, but unfortunately the extruder, I don't think there's any way to input and pull these out. Like, I don't think you can have AE pull these out of the input slot. So if I want to set up auto crafting for all these extruder parts, I have to do an extruder for every single one. Which I will probably have eventually. But right now, I don't think I will, so... Oh, I'm out of polyethylene. I was curious why that was stuck there. What is that? Oh, pollucite. Actually, I already have my... I think I have everything for this distillery. I don't know. Let's give it a go. Yeah, looks like I have everything. Yep, there we go. So let's just get some electrum. I need 2x, don't I? I'm gonna borrow a couple of those. Oh, I'm out of rubber. I'm out of sulfur. I'm out of so many different things here. Alright, so I also need a circuit, and then I think I'm gonna do I thought I had one on me. So the propene, it was propene, right? Yeah, propene. Oops. Gonna take me a little while to get used to those. So I guess we'll just throw this on the end. And how do I want to go about this? I probably will. The easiest would probably be a fluid export bus, I think. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. That goes to... Where does that go? That goes to here. Yeah, I'm probably just going to replace that with import or storage bus, I think. Anyway, let me cut here, and I'll kind of get some more stuff crafted up, and I will probably craft up the large chemical reactor as well. Alright, so I've been crafting up a bunch of the components for my chemical reactor here, and I decided to move my rock breaker over to this side because I need obsidian for the tanks. Yeah, I need these for those tanks because you need the obsidian glass, and that needs obsidian. So I decided to move this, and when I placed it, I put down the 1x cables and they burned up. So I thought I did something wrong. So then I put down 2x cables and those also burned up. So I was a little confused as what was going on. Why was this accepting more than 1 amp, it seemed? So when I went to scan it, it is indeed does accept 3 amps at LV. And that appears to be a bug because I cheated in a MV one. And if we take a look at this, it only accepts 1 amp. So I'm assuming that the LV rock breaker that is accepting 3 amps is a bug. So you got to be careful when you're placing your cables. Otherwise they will burn up. I had to put down 4X alloy cables. But just thought I would point that out. If you're placing that and you're having some issues, this does appear to be pulling too many amps. Anyway, let me come back when I finish crafting up the rest of my components for the large chemical reactor. All right, I think I got everything here. Let's go ahead and try this out. Now, ideally I would have it right here, but I'm not gonna, I may end up moving it later, but I think just for now, just gonna kind of leave it here. I'm gonna try to build them all kind of similar. So we'll do that. And then I need, actually, this one's gonna be a little different. We'll put the input bus here. The other one doesn't have an input bus. Input hatches. Output hatches, and then this goes in the middle, if I remember. Yeah. And it looks like I made the correct amount. I wasn't entirely sure. I was kind of guessing. And the MVR hatch I'm going to put at the top. Now, I'm probably going to do something a little... I'm going to put that there. Like, this is probably not the smartest or safest way to do this, putting MV line right next to HV line, but hey, why not? Let's live dangerously, right? Alright, so I'm assuming these would never attach anyway. Even if I tried to, I don't know if they would attach. I'm just going to try that out really quick. Let's test it, see what happens. So if we spray paint that one color and then this the other color, can I even attach them? No. Alright, so it won't even let you accidentally attach them. So that's good to know. I like that. I could do HV. I just didn't have an HV energy hatch. I didn't feel like crafting one because they are a bit of a pain. Alright, but we got all that set up. Thankfully, let me just do quick maintenance on this. What did I forget? Did I just screw? I feel like some of those didn't. Isn't that the hammer? Or is that the crowbar? There we go. Okay, so I have 3 inputs that I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to put... I have 3 outputs that I'm going to have to deal with. Now, I'm not going to set up the AA system to do this all at once. Just because I don't have enough channels, and I'm probably going to have to do P2P networks sooner than later. Otherwise, I'm going to be running huge dense cables all over the place. All right, so first thing we need is the propane, and which one is propane? That, yeah, propane. So I need an 8. And unfortunately this does have an output. So I'm going to have to deal with that, otherwise it'll stop once it gets filled up. So there's my propane. Now eventually I'm going to have a fluid storage bus. I don't remember. Yeah, so there's the output, or exporting the cracked naphtha in there. And I set up a storage bus over here. So I guess for now we will take it out with the tank. I'll just kind of let that kind of run for a little bit. All right, and then trying to remember, I need chlorine. We're doing this one. I could add a little bit of mercury and it lowers the amount of chlorine, but I feel like that's dealing with another hatch, another input bus and all that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one, I think. So it's a 1, 1, and 4 ratio. And I'm a bit low on chlorine. I have a bunch of rock salt being processed to get a bunch more, but I just crafted some titanium, so that's why I'm a bit low there. All right, so there it is stopped. So I got to kind of deal with that. What am I doing actually? I can just put this in automatically. So I guess we'll say, let's do the propane back there. Then I also need water, which I have a tank right here. How about we just do, I just did the small hatches. So we'll put the water in there. Right, that was water, correct? Yeah, water, propane, and then the chlorine goes in here. This quest, does it need anything? I can't remember. It's just the epichlorohydrin, right? Yeah. All right, so we got our propane, we got our water, we got our chlorine. The only thing I need now is sodium hydroxide, was it? Yeah, sodium hydroxide dust, which is the easiest way is by salt water and electrolyzer. That's probably the easiest way. Or maybe a chemical reactor with, yeah, water. That's probably the easiest way. Then I don't even have any byproducts or anything. I do need another chemical reactor then. I'm curious. What am I missing? So I'm missing a steel rotor and a plastic fluid pipe. So yeah, those are kind of things I can't quite get yet because they need a dedicated extruder. And what was the other one? I think it's just a normal pipe. Yeah. So I just don't have enough power to support an ME system quite that big yet. So let me put some of this away as well. All right, so chemical reactor. Thought I did. Whoops. And I also did another thing. I'll show this in a second. For the circuits that I'm going to need to be that need a clean room, we have a bit of an issue here because I can't get the ME system in there. There is an item that will let us do that, but I can't do it yet. So what I have done is I put all the different crafting stuff in this in the patterns, and normally I would have this outputting into a circuit assembler, but I can't get in there yet, so I just put it on this chest and it'll output all the stuff that I need for these circuits in there. I think that's... Now I'm like questioning that, if that was everything that I needed. Yeah. All right. So it's going to do, it'll do it like partially. Like, so this is the first part. And then when I put the circuits in there, the second part will go in there. Now there is a, I can't remember the name of the, it's like a wireless something. Is it? Yes, the wireless connector, which will allow me to get the AE network in here, but I will show the thing in a second. So if I put those in there, that'll do the crafting of those, and then it should put, again, right in here, and then I can put those. I wanted to have this, I'll have this next to the clean room, but I just didn't have any cables over here yet. Yeah, I just didn't have any cables over here because I was kind of ran out of channels. And I should probably stop opening and closing the door when this is running, because I don't want to accidentally void stuff at like a 99% chance. That would suck. Anyway, the wireless connector, everything, oh, you're like, oh, that's cool. Except it needs a wireless receiver. Oh, that's fine. Actually, can I do this? For some reason I thought I couldn't. Looks Pearl. Actually, I may be able to do this. I don't know why I was thinking it maybe needs something like... I don't know, I'll have to take a look at that actually. Because it looks like I can actually do this. I was looking at Quest and it's actually gated behind... The Quest is gated behind this, which is gated behind this, which I can't do yet. So that's why I thought that item was not obtainable, but it might be. That's good to know. Anyway, chemical reactor. There we go. And I do have that. Now I need sodium, so let's just go ahead and grab some sodium while we're here. And I just realized I need another circuit. So many circuits. Thankfully, these elevators are much faster than I used to, climbing up and down ladders. All right, so what was it? It was like sodium in there. Then I needed water. I don't remember the ratio. I forgot to look. So sodium hydroxide, was it? Yeah. A 1. Yeah, it's like a 1-to-1. That's good to know. So that goes in there. And again, I will have an auto output of water since I just realized I'm going to lose all those. Do I lose those if I... Yeah. All right, I'm probably just going to cheat in the cells because that is clearly a bug that I lose all those. Oh, I should probably attach power to it. That would help. And there it goes. All right, so how many? I lost 32 cells there. Yeah, I'm just gonna cheat in the cells. Because I'm pretty sure that is not intended. All right, so there is our sodium hydroxide dust. And apparently that was a quest. I think that was pretty far back, actually. Yep, there it is. Well, ironically, there is more cells. Biodiesel. I don't know if I'm going to go this route for power. Who knows? Anyway, so there's a sodium hydroxide. We'll go in there, and I need one more circuit. I promise this will be the last one that I need for this. And let's look that up. I think that's it, right? Yeah. 23. I don't think I've used that number yet. Here we go, and where is my mallet? Should just double check nothing's gonna get voided if I'm not pulling stuff out. Yeah, so that's not gonna void anything. All right, 8 seconds. Hopefully, should be getting enough power. It's not too far down the line. It doesn't look like the cable loss is doing anything too bad. No, it seemed to be doing okay. But there we go. There's our hydrochloric acid, our salt water, and our epichlorohydrin. I actually should have gotten 4 of them. Let's do that. Let me throw some more chlorine. Do I have enough chlorine even? I don't. Let me get enough chlorine, and we'll complete this quest. And there we go. There is the epichlorohydrin. And that is the quest done. And this stuff is pretty easy. I'm going to keep claiming the empty cells. I just love having tons of these. And they're 210 each, but I think we're probably getting to the point where I don't need to take any more empty cells. There we go. Epoxy is needed for your advanced circuit boards. You need sodium hydroxide, epichlorohydrin, and bisphenol A to make it. And the epoxy, what is it? What do I need to make the... Is it this? Is this like the actual thing, or is it? Yeah. All right, so we need another chemical reactor. Although I may be able to... I may be able to actually put it back in the chemical reactor. It doesn't require a circuit. And there's sodium hydroxide dust already in it. So I am going to test if I can actually put this stuff back in. Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. I wonder if I can pull this out really quick. No, I can't. Yeah, I'm going to try that and see if we can do multiple things here, because this isn't going to be running constantly, producing epichlorohydrin. I don't know. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and do this. So it doesn't matter which way I do it, but there's that. There's that. we got that. So let's just go ahead and use this chemical reactor over here. I don't know what, oh, that. So one of them needs to go in there. I guess we'll just do the epichlorohydrin in there. That goes in there. Bisphenol. Sodium hydroxide. You get more salt water from that, which I can turn back into sodium, I believe. There is the molten epoxide. I don't think it puts it back in. And I think this just can be turned in a fluid solidifier because it's already a molten version of it. Usually that's when you add the oxygen to the things, it turns into... Let's get the quest. It's probably going to burn. All right, so that actually, those don't turn out to a full thing. It's not like 1,000 millibuckets in a cell. It's only 144. But this, I believe, just goes in a fluid solidifier. Yeah. Do I have an empty one of those? I do. I have one upstairs, I think. Just double check I can do that in a regular fluid solidifier. I can. But I want sheets. I have one down here somewhere. I'll borrow you. Although I might be able to turn them into sheets with an extruder. I didn't look. All right, but anyway, there's our epoxide sheets. Can they be... Oh, they can be bent. So I could have just put them into bars. Good to know, though. All right, so there is the epoxy sheets. Titanium, definitely. And then these can be turned into... epoxy circuit boards. Nice. So we're there. We have the epoxy circuit boards finally, which we can use to craft the advanced circuits, which we can use to finally get the better, easier to make circuits. But I do have a couple other EV machines that I'm gonna have to craft to get those going. Next episode, not entirely sure what I want to do yet. There are a couple of things I'm thinking about. Distillation tower is definitely sooner than later. But I'm thinking if I get enough tungsten, hopefully crafting a tier 2 rocket is kind of my next big goal as well. So quite a few things I want to get done. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.